In this video, I am going to literally debunk everything Chris Crocker says in this one particular video of his. Now, I like his videos because they do have an element of truth to them, but this one doesn't. It's...
See, when you look, that's even worse.
So anyway, listen to what he says at some parts, because I'll stop it and comment on what some of the things he says. But this video really rubs me the wrong way.
Got an email today, and I kind of wanted to make a video about the email because, I get a lot of emails. But I like this topic. Someone said, my boyfriend does not want me to ever read his phone. He says there's nothing on it, but every time I try to get around him, he jolts and he kicks his leg up in the air like he's on Mission Impossible. And he does all these kicks to try to keep me away from the phone and does all this karate. Whoosh. Really trying to protect this phone as if it's like, a legacy. Like, this is something been passed down to him from the great ancestors at the beginning of time.
Pause right there. Everybody in a relationship is entitled to privacy. Is entitled to privacy. You shouldn't give up your privacy to the person you're in a relationship with, regardless if it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a husband or wife. You should not give your privacy up for them just because you're in a relationship with them. This is the mentality that really gets me pissed off sometimes. But yet these are the type of people who say, let me have your personal information, but yet you can't have mine. I don't get this mentality, but let's continue to hear what he says, and I'm going to literally keep continuing to debunk what he's saying.
So a lot of men seem to be like this, ladies. So I'm going to make this video to people who have husbands that don't want you to read their emails, and men that don't want...
Oh, yeah. Emails? Really? Why would I give you permission to invade my privacy? I wouldn't. Just as much as I wouldn't invade your privacy. Everybody is entitled to their secrets. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. These are also the type of people who think that they have no skeletons in their closet, even though they do. They want to ignore the fact that they have skeletons in their closet because they think they're the most perfect people. While everyone else is the worst person because they want to have their secrets.
You to read their phones. I don't care if you're dating them or you're married to them. A man that does not want you to read his phone, what you looking on the phone? What you looking on the phone?
Okay. A man and or woman who doesn't want their husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend to snoop on their phone. Maybe they have personal clientele names and personal clientele account numbers. Don't they're a business person. Maybe they have phone numbers of family members that they keep in touch with that they don't see that often. A relationship is built on trust, and when someone wants to go through your phone, they can't trust themselves for some reason. It's not that they can't trust you, it's that they can't trust themselves. If they can't trust that you have nothing to hide, they have something to hide. It's them. It's not you at that point, it's them.
Because if I'm dating a guy, now see, I'm a lot more crazy than most people now.
No kidding.
They just want to look at the phone and they ain't letting you. You got more patience than me. Because I want to know every ex-girlfriend's name. I want the password to your Facebook. I want your email password. I want your mother's maiden name. I want to know everything about you, baby.
You ask, what's your mother's maiden name? Fine, I could tell you that. But I'm not going to give you my Facebook account number. I'm not going to give you my password to Facebook. I'm not going to give you my password to my fucking YouTube page. Because that's private to me. I don't need you invading my fucking privacy. That's the thing. Privacy, like I said, everybody in a relationship is entitled to privacy, at least an ounce of it. Just because a relationship is jointed doesn't mean everything needs to be jointed.
Just in case you messing me over. Don't try it, bitch. So, to the men out there that don't want you reading their phone, to the men out there...
What about the women? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because men are the cause to all the sexism problems. Yeah, like sexism doesn't affect men. Bullshit, it does. Look. How about to all the men and women that want to snoop on their boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and or wife's phones, but yet they don't want their spouses to look on their phones? What do you have hiding? What do you have hiding? Do you secretly have an ex that you still fuck? I mean, literally, what are you hiding at that point? I'm worried about what you're hiding. I'm not worried about what I'm hiding, because you know what? I'm entitled to my privacy. I don't need to let you see my photos. I don't need to let you see my friends' names. I don't need to let you know what my password to Facebook is. I don't need you to invade my privacy. I don't need you to be my personal NSA. I don't need you to know when I'm taking a shit at work. See, that's the thing. People that want to invade your privacy, they're not doing it because they want to know everything about you. At that point, you really gotta be curious if they want to know who your friends are, what you're doing on which days, so they could probably cheat on you if they're thinking about it, so they could catch you off guard. It's not that they want to know something about you, it's what they want to do, and they want to catch you off guard in that way. It's a psychological thing.
They don't want you reading their phone, and they tell you this shit. Oh no, I ain't got nothing to hide. I was just on there looking on eBay, looking up muscle cars. Was you? Well, you need to use the real muscle up here, because you don't want a bitch to look at your phone. You ain't gonna have a bitch to look at.
Not true. There's women out there who do respect men's privacy, and there's men out there who do respect women's privacy. I don't trust anybody who wants to invade anybody's privacy.
It's longer. Because women should have the passwords to your phone. I don't care.
No! There's phones for work, there's personal phones, and then there's jointed phones if people want to do that. But when it comes to privacy with cell phones, nobody should have the password to anybody's phone. That's people's right to privacy. I can't stress that enough.
What nobody say. And 90% of the women that want to look at your phone usually do have a reason. Because they've heard something that you've been cheating, that you've been talking to somebody, or you have given them a reason to be insecure in the relationship, and you've caught...
No. That's like it. When someone wants to look at your phone, it's not that you made them insecure, they are insecure. There's a difference.
Up on some lies before, okay? So you should want your girl to trust you. You should
Well, yeah, I would want my girlfriend and or boyfriend to trust me, but you know what? I would want them to also respect I have privacy. It is my privacy just as much as they have privacy. And it's this problematic mentality as well. It's the fact that they think that you have no right to privacy, but they're entitled to privacy. They're the special ones. They need their privacy, but you don't. Why would you want to be in a relationship with someone if they want to do that to you?
Say, here, look at the phone. Ain't nothing to hide. Let her look through that. And if it turns out y'all been deleting them messages, oh, baby, when they do find out, that's even worse. See, men, y'all gotta realize, honey, a woman ain't never gonna be in a relationship with you and not ask questions. So if you can't handle the heat in the kitchen.
I know women and or men will ask me questions, but you know what? I'd rather answer the questions than instead of Once again, semi-privacy being violated.
You might as well switch the ignition, honey. A lot of men can't handle a relationship with a real woman. And a real...
Well, a lot of women... You know, I've see a trend in this. A lot of women seem to date the African douchebags and not give a fuck how the guy treats them. But yet they'll complain at certain points to one of their friends who really, is kind and respectful to them, and they're the type of people you think, oh, they're the ones that they should be in a relationship with. And when they complain to their friends, oh, he's this, he's that, she's this, she's that, and all that, you know what happens at that point? You really can't have sympathy for that person because you keep telling them they're keep doing this shit to you, and they don't give a fuck what happens to you. When you try to show how much you love and care for them, they're like, you're just a friend, or you're just a real, or you're like a brother or sister to me. They choose to ignore you. I had that happen to me before. I have.
Woman will look through your phone, and a lot of people say, well, that's just insecurity.
It is.
That's just insecurity. Well, a lot of men give women reasons to be insecure with a lie and cheat and stink and act.
First of all, he puts a lot of men. Not a lot of men are like this. There is respectful men out there. I'm a respectful guy. Okay? I'm a respectful guy. And, you know what the funny thing is? When you know, not all guys are douchebags to begin with. Not all women are bitches to begin with. You know what makes a guy a douchebag or a woman a bitch? When they've been fucked over by people several times over, including people they thought that they loved and respected. That what makes a guy a douchebag and or a woman a bitch. Doesn't necessarily mean that they were like that. People have to be driven to that point. People aren't born like that. Some are, but that's a rarity.
And the least that they can do is offer up a phone so we can see what they was looking on. What you looking on your phone?
You know what I look on my tablet? I look up stuff. I watch a little porn every now and then. I go to YouTube. I go on Facebook. I go on Twitter. I might look on a news site and comment on the news. But you know the reason why I do that? Because I enjoy doing those things. Just because I enjoy doing them doesn't mean you need to see what I'm doing. If you want to see what I'm doing, I want to see what you're doing. But if you're going to get all defensive, hypocritical, may I say, if you're going to get defensive at that point, you know you want your privacy not to be violated, so why violate my privacy?
And if it ain't nothing to hide, hand it right on over, shawty. Hand it right on over, shawty. Because I know I got nothing to hide, baby. I want my man to know ain't nothing to hide.
You know what? I seem to notice a trend in other things as well. When people say, I have nothing to hide, or I'm not being racist, I'm not being homophobic, and so forth, normally those people who say they have nothing to hide, they have something to hide. When people say, I'm not racist, that means they're racist. When people say they're not homophobic, they're homophobic. Normally, when people say I have nothing to hide, they have something to hide.
See, when you love a person, you don't ever want them to lay their head down at night and wonder, okay, that you're unfaithful.
But when it comes to love, There's a matter of trust and a matter of respect. If there's no respect and no trust, you have no fucking relationship at all.
But when you got something to hide, you pull that bullshit like, well, it's just my privacy. I ain't got nothing to hide. I just don't want you looking on my phone. I don't even like you asking. I don't give a fuck what you like. You value your woman?
Okay, if you don't give a fuck what someone likes at the point, if you don't like the fact that they want their privacy, why are you in a relationship with them? The people who want to act like everybody's privacy should be violated because they want to know what their spouse is doing normally end up alone, or normally end up in relationships that don't last more than a year. Because at that point, they make themselves undateable.
Okay, then give her the password to that phone. Otherwise,
fuck no.
You ain't gonna have the password for her cone zone. And so therefore that's that, and that's that. Okay? Give her the password to that phone, or you ain't gonna have a hall pass to the or you're gonna be sleeping on the couch. Deal with that. I've done let all the ladies in the world know.
There are women out there who disagree with his standpoint on violating your boyfriend or husband's privacy. And I disagree with him on that as well. I normally agree with his videos, but I just disagree with this one. It really rubs me the wrong way. Here's the truth. When it comes to relationships is built on good communication, trust, respect, and if there's no trust, if there's no communication, if there's no respect, you have no relationship at all. If someone wants to invade your privacy in a relationship, and I don't care how many times I say it, but if like I said, many times in this video, if someone wants to invade your privacy in a relationship, they normally have something to hide, or they want to know what you're doing so they can continue to cheat on you behind your back, or throw you off guard, or change your plans on your phone without your permission, or try to, really just act like they're entitled to privacy and you're not. That is not someone who I would want to be in a relationship with. Someone who thinks that they're entitled to privacy, but I'm not. I disagree with Chris Crocker on this one.